Mistake will hold you back more than lack of knowledge. Learn from your mistake, and this is how you grow as a trader. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to develop a successful trading plan with just 5 simple steps. One is setting goals. Right? Setting goal for yourself is essential for you to have a roadmap. It's just like a roadmap for you that this is what you are going to be achieving at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month. Okay. And take for example, me personally, if I want to set a goal for the month for myself, if January is just starting out, so like before the end of this month, I'm going to be making $2,000. Okay. Now, how do I achieve this $2,000? Do I just go in one trade and make the $2,000 as a beginner? No, it's going to be difficult for you. Well, it's possible in some aspects, it's possible for some persons, but you starting out, how do you want to achieve that $2,000 goal that you set for yourself? Now, in 1 month, there are 4 weeks in a month. Okay. Now it's for you to divide that 2,000 into 4 places, which is $500. Now, every week is $500 achievable for you? If yes, then 5 times 4 is going to give you your $2,000. All right. And that is how you set goal for yourself, and then you work towards it. Even if you don't get the $2,000, because you set goal for yourself and you have a winning system for yourself set aside, you can be able to get to that point because you have set a goal for yourself. One thing you're going to be considering is risk tolerance. Now, what is risk tolerance all about? It's just like having the capital that you want to raise for the month, you want to raise for the week, just like risk management. If you have an amount of capital, okay, like you have $1,000 or $500, you want to risk the whole of that money that you have in just one trade to get to that your goal that you set for yourself. That is going to ruin your trading plan for yourself. So now, how much are you willing to risk per trade is what risk tolerance is all about. How much are you willing to risk in that week? Okay, take for example, if you budget $500 to risk in a week, do you go all in with one trade with the $500 because you see that this setup is high probability? No, because you have set a risk management plan for yourself. Now, how much can you risk on that trade? Take for example, you want to risk $100 on a setup, on a trade that you see that is having a high potential of going in your direction. Now, because this is risk tolerance, you cannot be able to withstand $500 loss on just one single trade. You divide that money to the amount that you are willing to lose, or you can afford to lose per trade. Take for example now, if you enter a trade and the trade stop you at once, you enter again and it stop you out again, or it goes in your direction, do you want to keep entering a trade that is losing its potential of going your way, or you want to keep going in until you lose all your capital? This is the problem that a whole lot of newbies are facing in the trading industry. Okay, for example, you have a trade, all right? Now, you for a single trade, you say, I'm going to go in with just $200. If I have lost $200 on this trade, okay, I'm not going to enter another trade again. All right, but because of greed, and then some people want to win back their losses with that aggression, they keep taking more trade until they lose the whole of that capital, and at the end of the day, they don't follow their plan. That is why I say having a trading plan is a roadmap that is going to guide you, all right, that will discipline you in order for you to achieve your goal. Okay, that is what risk tolerance is all about. So always set the capital you want to raise for a week, capital you want to raise per each trade, and this is going to help you in the long run. The number 3 thing you're going to be considering is on market analysis. A lot of people some people trade with technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and so many other type of analysis in order for them to make money from trading. Okay, now if you have a technical analysis or a system that works, let's say 50 to 70% of all the time, okay, are you going to stick with that same system, or you are chasing that shiny object at every system that you see, because you see somebody is winning with the system and you are losing with your system? Okay, now you have to understand that every system work, every market type of analysis that you do, every type of strategy you are using, it work. The ability for you to stick with what you are doing is you knowing what you are doing, knowing the win rate of that your system. Okay, now some person say try so many different strategy at a time, give yourself that trial, but are you willing to give 10 strategy a chance, or are going to give one strategy 10 chances? Okay, now some people have more than 8 strategy, 9 strategy, and at the end of the day, they notice that they are not yet profitable. And why? Because you are going to confuse yourself in the long run, because you are not following what you're supposed to be doing as a trader. Because one of the things that I noticed about profitable traders is they have only one system. Somebody has been trading one system for the past 7 years, but you want to learn more than 10 systems as a beginner, and this is going to really affect your trading journey, because it takes months and years for you to perfect one single system. Now imagine you learning 10 strategy at a time. How many years do you want to give to yourself, okay, before you perfect that single strategy you are learning? You want to learn 10 strategy. Are you going to use 10 years or 6 months in 10 places to learn those 10 strategy? Now this thing is going to slow your trading journey for you. And it is important you have a solid trading plan to stick with one single strategy that has been going well for you. If a strategy that has given you 1 win, 2 win, 3 win, 4 win, just have it in mind that the strategy is solid enough. And the ability for you to make a lot of money from it is sticking by what is working for you. The fourth thing I'll be talking about is your entry and your exit strategies. Entry is everything when it comes to trading, and it is important for you to always stick to that entry that you have. And whenever you make your entry, please avoid taking that trade, because the next thing you're going to be dealing with is fear of missing out or fear of losing your capital, which is definitely going to happen. You either lose your capital or you make tiny profit from that trade. And again, always set your take profit to the realistic profit place that you know that, okay, anyhow it is, price will always get to that point. Me personally, if I have a setup, I'll always use my Fibonacci. I don't know if you know how to use Fibonacci, but in the long run, I'm going to be making video on how to use Fibonacci. Okay, I will always take my profit at 70% to my full TP, and most of the time, price will always come to my 70% before reversing back my stop loss. A lot of persons always leave their take profit to be at the top, to be at the last place of their take profit, and they will notice that 3 to 4 pips to price to hit their TP, it will reverse back to entry and they stop them out. And they'll be like, this is manipulation. It's not necessarily manipulation. You have to set your TP to the realistic take profit level, and this is going to help you in the long run. And again, always have a good entry. This is going to help you to avoid losing a lot of capital. If you are still watching to this point, ensure to like, comment, subscribe, and tell me about the next thing you want me to make video on this channel, so as to help you become a successful forex trader. So the number 5 thing I will be talking about is journalizing. Okay, journaling is very, very important. Like they say, mistake will hold you back more than lack of knowledge. Learn from your mistake, and this is how you grow as a trader. Okay, now if you don't journal your trade, how will you know the mistake that you are making? If you don't journal your trade, how will you know where you need to adjust? If you don't journal your trade, how will you improve in your trading system? And this is what has helped me in the long run. Every week, every month, always journal your trade during the weekend. Write the trade you take, the loss you make. Me personally, I am more interested in my losses more than what I have win, because it's losses that will make you to become a successful trader. Why is it losses that will make you to become a successful trader? It's because you are learning from your losses. What you do today that make you to lose that money, you're not going to repeat it tomorrow. Because why? You have journaled that trade, you have taken note of that thing, and it's for you to become disciplined and not to repeat that mistake again. So journalizing your trade, you can buy a book. Personally, I have a book that I use, and you can even use your phone note. Always journal the trade. Take track record of every trade that you've taken and journal them. Write down those mistakes, and you see that you're not going to be making a lot of mistakes. Mistake like your entry, your strategy. Are you suffering from FOMO, indiscipline, and all of those things? These are things that will set you right in the long run. So take my 2 cents for it, that mistake is going to hold you back from becoming a successful trader more than lack of knowledge. Some people have this knowledge, but they are not journalizing their mistake, and this is what has been holding them back. Do these 5 things I've talked about, and you see that your trading result will skyrocket drastically.